We see two knights standing in front of a cave. They hear a girl asking for help as one of them pretends to help her whilst holding a knife. A goblin moves with speed and stabs the knight approaching him. The knight falls on the goblin as the other moves towards them. The goblin pulls out his dagger when he slashes the knight on the chest. He then stands in front of the knight as the knight asks for mercy. The knight suddenly attacks as his head is cut off. The goblin stands upright as he picks a dress and walks away. Let's take this to the beginning. A human is reincarnated by the gods into a goblin. For him to get stronger, he has to mate with female species. His conscience doesn't allow him to do that since he was once a human. The chief of the goblins dies as the other goblins try to have their way with the last female captive named Kelia. The human goblin rushes to the scene and stops the goblins with his dagger. Kelia sees this and says that when she is rescued, she will personally tell what the human goblin did for him so that he will be spared. A knight named Lauder and a holy maiden came to their rescue. Kelia is about to be killed by Lauder's sword as the human goblin pulls her back. Lauder says that Kelia must be killed because she has been defiled by the goblins. The human goblin protects her as he is about to be slashed. The holy maiden stops the execution as everything is explained to her. She orders the death of Kelia as Lauder stabs her with his sword. The human goblin realizes this and gets scared as we see the horrifying look on the holy maiden's face. A week later, we see that the human goblin has been captured and experimented on by the holy maiden. He is tortured several times as he dies in pain. The gods give him another chance as he is found between the space between life and death. He swears to take revenge on all humans as he accepts the second chance. He is taken back in time to moments before Lauder and the Holy Maiden will return. Since time reversed itself, Kelia was not captured, leading her to be saved. He is given a system that will show him multiple futures for him to choose. Based on the one he chooses, he will earn points for the feat. He buys a dagger as we see him in a cave, whilst he looks at the knights from the beginning. We see that Lauder and the Holy Maiden at the death site of the two knights. They plan to hunt down the goblin who caused this. The human goblin is seen resting as he hears movements in the bushes. He goes to attack as it turns out to be a female goblin. The female goblin speaks of her tribe as she guides the human goblin back. The human goblin sees the leader of the tribe as he on a whole different level of strength. The tribe leader says that they should kill the human goblin and eat him. The human goblin says that he can make weapons for them. The tribe leader says that if he isn't able to make the weapons within 3 days, he will kill both the human goblin and the female goblin. The female goblin, known as you, is seen following other tribe members to find iron ore. They bully her as the human goblin threatens them with a dagger. The goblins run away as we see you crying. The human goblin's name is revealed to be Lin Tian. He talks about getting stronger through mating with you as she accepts. They mate as we see Lin Tian's body grow tall and his muscles build. Just then, a goblin carrying iron ore screams for help as a demonic wolf is seen chasing him. Lin Tian rushes towards the wolf as he stabs his back. He takes the iron ore as he grins. He gets to the tribe as he makes a spear. The goblin he saved also testified that the weapons work. He makes 50 more weapons as the tribe chief asks for them to feast and celebrate Lin Tian joining them. Lin Tian is served meat as he eats it. It turns out to be poisoned as he falls to the ground. The tribe chief takes you as he tries to slice her neck. Just then, the tribe's chief's hand is cut off by Lin Tian. The tribe chief attacks as Lin Tian moves to the side. Lin Tian cuts off the tribe's chief's head. Lin Tian establishes himself as the new leader as he promises the goblins prosperity and wild strength. An elf is seen spying on the goblins from the bushes. We see that the elf is a princess as she reports to her mother. She is tasked with surveying the goblins as she goes away. We see Lin Tian making plans with the goblin. Lin Tian acquires skills from monsters he has killed as he also becomes stronger. He plays the simulation as he realizes that if they attack the elves, they will be ambushed. This leads him to think that there was an elf spying on them. Lin Tian expands his senses as he pinpoints where the elf is. The elves are seen moving when an arrow hits them. They fall down as they feel dizzy. Lin Tian asks the goblins to take the elves to the tribe for mating. Lin Tian kills the other elves and mates with the princess named Cassana. The male elves tell their queen that Cassana hadn't returned yet. Just then, Lin Tian shoots an arrow as it hits the male elf. The queen takes her sword as she attacks. Lin Tian moves to the side as the queen is seen paralyzed with a stimulant from goblin bodies. The queen sees her people being slaughtered as she agrees to be Lin Tian's concubine. We see the goblins having their way with the elves. Some goblins are trying to defile an elf who just gave birth. Lin Tian sees this as he kills one of the goblins, scaring the other. He sees in the future that Lauder and the Holy Maiden have come to exterminate them all. His strength isn't enough to face them as he wants to seek information. He tells this to you as the elf queen decides to cast an invisibility spell on him. The spell is cast on him as he leaves. Lin Tian gets to a bar when he sees Lauder. Lauder says that the sword Saintness is on her way to fight the dragons. Lin Tian takes this information into mind as he makes plans. Some days later, we see Lauder and the sword Saintness preparing for war as we see a red scout dragon. We see the goblins with Lin Tian preparing to take advantage of the fight between the Saintness and the dragon. We see the dragons destroying the city when the sword Saintness arrives. She uses giant arrows to kill the small dragons when the purple mother dragon appears. The sword Saintness uses her aura to cover the city to protect the citizens from the dragon's attacks. Lin Tian is seen with his army as bloodlust is seen in his eyes. The knights scream for help in dealing with the goblins. Lauder and the Holy Maiden go to attack. They are easily caught as they also cry for help. Help arrives as Lin Tian cuts them down. We see the mother dragon excited that the goblins at least have this much wisdom. The dragon tries to attack when the sword Saintness strikes with her sword. The dragon manages to escape as the sword Saintness asks the royal family for help in rescuing Lauder. Lauder and the Holy Maiden are sent to the tribe's place. Lin Tian dips his fingers into the Holy Maiden's thighs as she screams. Lauder tries to threaten Lin Tian as a goblin smacks his head. Lin Tian is seen with bloodlust as he has his way with the Holy Maiden. He is done as he orders the goblins to do same while Lauder watches. We see that the Holy Maiden is chained up. The goblins return from their hunt as they seem to have gotten stronger. They report to Lin Tian that a high-level goblin tribe have been spotted in the forest. Lin Tian makes a plan to take over the tribe. The Elves Queen looks at Lin Tian as she seems to have taken a liking to him. Lauder insults Lin Tian as his goblins move to defile him also. Lin Tian spies on the High Goblin tribe as he looks at their strength. Lin Tian sees the leader of the High Goblins as he is a hero-class goblin. We see that Lin Tian has manipulated the Holy Maiden as she plans to use her power to help him. Subscribe to the channel to watch the next part.